Welcome you all. Today I will give you the proof of convolution theorem in reference to the Laplace transformation. Then we will solve some questions related to convolution theorem. So let us start with the statement. Let Laplace of ft is equal to fs and Laplace of gt is equal to gs. Then the Laplace of ft star gt is known as convolution product, and the value of the ft star into gt is equal to integral 0 to t fu gt minus u. So this is the value of ft star into gt and known as convolution product. Now the Laplace of this integral is equal to fs into gs. That means the Laplace of fu, that means fs, and the Laplace of gt, that means gs. So the Laplace of ft star gt is equal to fs into gs. Now what is the application of this one? We can find out the inverse Laplace of product of two functions, and your answer will be fu gt minus du. So the Laplace inverse of fs into gs equal to 0 to t fu gt minus u du. So let us prove it. Proof. So Laplace of integral 0 to t fu gt minus u du is equal to, just open the definition, the Laplace of some function is equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus st into ft. Ft means this integral. Then at outside we will have dt. So now our aim is to interchange the limits. That means we want to change the order of integration to solve this integral. So to have the change of order of integration, let us draw the graph. Here you can see that we have the limits of u in terms of t. Now our aim is to find out the limits of t in terms of u. So you can see that our u is from 0 to t. So let us assume that this is your u axis and that is your t axis. So you can see that here u is 0. So that means u is 0 means this t axis, and u equal to t means this line. So you can see that initially our limits are in terms of t and u is from 0 to t. That means initially we have given a horizontal strip like this, and you can see that the value of u is from 0 to t, and then the value of t means from this point to the higher point of the region. Now as we want to have the change of order integration, so let us interchange this horizontal strip into the vertical strip. Now for the vertical strip, here earlier we have the limits of u in terms of t. Now we will have the limits of t in terms of u. So you can see that the limits of t are from u to infinity. Then the limits of u will be from, now you can see that the vertical strip starts with t equal to u and goes to infinity. And if you want to take the limits of u, then take this vertical strip at the origin, then you will see that here the value of u will be 0, and as you move this strip to the end point, then you will find out that the value of u is infinity, because this region is not bounded. So after change of order of integration, change of order of integration is done to simplify this integral. So here we have the limits of u. Now we want the limits of t. So t is from u to infinity. Then the limits of u, here u will be 0, and at the end point of the strip your u will be infinity. So u is from 0 to infinity and t is from u to infinity. Then you can interchange these order. In the bracket we will have e to the power minus st fu gt minus u dt du. So this is your integral. Now let us evaluate this integral. For that, let us assume t minus u equal to some another variable. Then at t equal to u, our v will be 0, and at t equal to infinity, our v will be infinity. So that means we will move from 0 to infinity and dt will be dv. So our integral is equal to u equal to 0 to infinity. Now at this place, our v will be from 0 to infinity, then e to the power minus st. Now t will be your u plus v f of u, and now gt minus u is g of v, and at dt we will have dv and then du. Now this can be written as u equal to 0 to infinity, then v equal to 0 to infinity, e to the power minus sv gv e to the power minus su fu du dv du. So you can see that this bracket v equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus sv gv dv is your Laplace of gt. 0 to infinity e to the power minus sv gv dv is the now you can write it as 0 to infinity e to the power minus su fu du, and then 0 to v equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus sv gv dv. So you can see that this is your fs and that is your gs. So this is the Laplace of integral 0 to t fu gt minus u will be your fs into gs. Therefore Laplace of ft star gt, which was your integral 0 to t fu gt minus u du, now this is your fs into gs, where fs stands for the Laplace of this function and gs stands for the Laplace of this function. Now let us have example and we can understand better with the help of that example. So evaluate the Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus a square using convolution theorem. We have already done this question with the help of the formula. Now we are finding its inverse through the convolution theorem. Solution. Now this term can be written as we can also write it as s1 upon s square plus a square into s upon s square plus a square. Let us assume the first term as fs and the second term as gs. Then according to convolution theorem, the Laplace inverse of fs into gs will be integral 0 to t fu gt minus u du, where so this is equal to integral 0 to t sin au upon a, then gt minus u. Gt minus u means the inverse Laplace transformation of gs is cos at, then we will have to replace our t by t minus u. So this is your cos a t minus u du. So and this is equal to 1 by 2a 0 to t 2 times sin au cos at minus au du. 2 now 2 sin c cos d is equal to integral 0 to t. This is your sin a plus b, so that means sin at, sin a plus b means sin at plus sin a minus b. So this will be your 2au minus at. Then integration with respect to u. Now the integration of here, as we are integrating with respect to u, that means our sin at is constant. So here we will have 1 and the integration of 1 is u And here the integration of sin 80, sin theta is minus cos theta. And as we are integrating with respect to u, so the coefficient will come in the denominator and the limits from 0 to t. So the upper limit will be 1 by 2a t sin 80. Its lower limit will be 0 because u is 0. And here the upper limit will be, for u equal to t, this will be a cos 80, and if u is 0, then again this will be a cos minus theta, that is your cos theta. So this is equal to this one. Now these two terms will cancel out, so our answer is t upon 2a sin 80. So this is the answer. Let us solve another question. Evaluate the Laplace inverse of 1 by s into 1 upon s square minus 1 using convolution theorem. So, solution. This can be written as, if suppose that this is the first term, that is your fs, and gs equal to 1 upon s square minus 1. So the Laplace inverse of fs into gs is equal to the integral 0 to t fu gt minus u du. So you can see that here the inverse of 1 by s is 1 and the inverse of 1 upon s square minus 1 is sine hyperbolic t. So your fu is 1, then gt minus u will be your sine hyperbolic t minus u du. And this is equal to, now you can integrate sine hyperbolic theta. Integration of sine hyperbolic is cos hyperbolic. Now as we are integrating with respect to u, so minus sign will come, and this is, now the upper limit will be at u equal to t, our upper limit will be cos hyperbolic 0, and at u equal to 0, this will be a cos hyperbolic t. So our answer is cos hyperbolic t minus 1. We can cross check this answer whether it is correct or not. For that, let us find out its Laplace transformation. Let us find out Laplace of cos hyperbolic t minus 1. So the Laplace of cos hyperbolic t is your s upon s square minus 1, and the Laplace of 1 is 1 by s. So you can see that this is your 1 upon s into s square minus 1, which was your question. So we can see that our answer is correct. So thank you guys for joining this lecture. In the next lecture, I will solve some questions related to ordinary differential equation and integral equations with the help of the Laplace transformation. Thank you.